So now we would talk about the development of the crystalline lens. As I earlier told you that from the surface ectoderm, the optic vesicle is formed. Can you see here? This is the optical vesicle and it has the cells all around it. So slowly and slowly, the cells from the posterior epithelium, can you see? This is the posterior epithelium and this is the anterior epithelium. So these posterior epithelium cells, they basically grow and slowly they obliterate the whole of the cavity. So initially, the embryonic nucleus is formed from the primary lens fibers. So this is embryonic nucleus. This is formed from the posterior epithelium, and these are called primary lens fibers. Now, after this, there is a growth that is called secondary lens fibers. Now, these secondary lens fibers are basically from the equatorial part of anterior epithelium. So, the secondary lens fibers are formed from the equatorial part of anterior lens epithelium. On the basis of when they are formed, it is divided into fetal nucleus, which is from third month of life to eighth month of life. Then infantile nucleus. So infantile nucleus is basically at around last weeks of gestation to puberty. Then comes the adult nucleus. So adult nucleus is basically after puberty, and then the cortex. So cortex is basically superficial lens fibers. Now remember one thing about the lens. Lens is the only organ in the body which increases in size, weight, and volume throughout the life. Now as because these equatorial cells, they are always multiplying. Okay. So these are the basic points that you should remember regarding embryology of the nucleus.